Hello everybody and welcome back to Workers and Resources Take 2. I got to the point of no return. I did actually record another episode but yeah, it all went pear-shaped. Right, we're going to start again. This is roughly about 12,000 people. We're on medium money again. We've got the fuel and we've got the power and the school education switched on. Starting in 1960. Normal building fires and normal unsatisfied citizens. I'm not even prepared to go on hard mode yet on any of those. I've yet to make a success of it on medium. So there's a couple of things I've changed. First of all, the music, which I think I mentioned on the last episode. I did actually record another episode and yeah, it was just I couldn't make any progress. I moved people in that were educated. The ones that were still left around the map, I had to go hunting for them, and they were just either leaving or dying. First thing I wanted to show you, I've changed the borders. I've made these stars a lot smaller and a lot darker than they were, and I've changed this. Easy to do. It's just 3 PNG files, which are graphic files. They're in the main game folder. I've put a post up on the discussions and the on Steam. So if you want to know how to do it, it's dead easy. You can just change them to whatever you want. So mainly because it sort of try to take screenshots at night time and things. You had that big white chunky border was showing up through everything, and then behind it you had them giant stars that were dead bright. So I've changed them up. Now last time we started over here. In fact, every time I've started around here somewhere, every time I've started building, and every YouTuber and his dog builds around here apart from Rever. Rever's the only one I've seen brave enough to go and build anywhere else, and he goes right to the centre of the map on hard mode. Yeah, I'm nowhere near that competent. I didn't manage to build it last time. Everybody either died or left. All the intelligent people have probably buggered off over the border. This place here, this is the capital according to the map on Steam, and it's got the most people in it. There's a lot of people in these buildings, and a whopping great cathedral in the middle of it. So it's now Ofski. Ofski is the capital. That guarantees that's going to be the biggest city. This presents a little bit of a problem though. It's a fair amount of distance to this border up here, which means the trucks are going to take ages, so I'm going to have to build a few petrol stations along the way just so they don't get 2/3 of the way and then turn round and go back to get fuel. There is another border connection there, but that one's even a little bit further even. The main problem is they're both Soviet, which means the NATO border is all the way down here. Yeah, the NATO border's like right down here. So getting down there is going to be rather tricky. Even getting electricity down there. Whoops, got the game on play here. I didn't mean to do that. I don't think changing the name activates the city, does it? No. Building any buildings near here will activate the city, and everybody in it. So you will need to make sure that you're providing everything for everybody before you get it going, really. So you need electricity, shops, schools, all that kind of thing. Otherwise people will just start leaving straight away if they can't get access to food. So I'm going to leave most of this intact. All of these big buildings around the town centre, especially the cathedral obviously, but these little buildings are going to get destroyed. The only thing is I need to move people out of them before I can destroy them, and then need to get rid of all these, get rid of these road connections, and then sort of plan it to expand it. So we've plenty of room to expand around here. Nice big basin around these hills. There's a couple more towns quite close by as well. There's one here which is called delete. This one's called Fishergrad, funnily enough. And then there's a town over here which is interesting. This one's called Archivekinov. So you got your town eventually. Yeah, I didn't even get to build a single building in it last time. So Archivekinov and Fishergrad are going to get worked on, but I'm going to do something with these, which is going to be planning in a couple of stages. So we're going to get an early development, which is going to be farming, and I'm going to get the people from the town to actually go out and work on the fields rather than having combine harvesters and things. I will build a bigger, more productive farm at some point somewhere. But I did try something. I tried attaching a few farm fields to a couple of little towns and see what would happen. It does activate the towns, like I said, and people do start to leave, so you need shops and things around the place, but they will go and work on the fields. And if you put a agro farm down anywhere within 3 kilometers, you can set the agro farm to cover the whole area. Now, if you just put trucks in there and don't have any tractors or combine harvesters, then these people from these towns will actually go and work the fields. The fields will grow, and then they'll go and harvest them, and then when they're ready, your trucks will go out from the agro farm and go and pick the crops up. So you can just have one agro farm covering a few towns and just have trucks in it, and then connect it to a grain silo, and then have trucks going somewhere to another storage somewhere. So that's a plan. We're going to get onto that pretty quick as well. I don't know, not in the first episode, but maybe in the second or third. A little bit later on, there's a load of gravel over here. I think this looks like a good area for gravel. And maybe get some buildings, maybe get some flats along the side of the river, a few shops and things, and then have a load of gravel mines in around the back. What I've got to be careful of is pollution. That was something I did notice, and I've actually, like I said, I did play on quite a bit. I noticed that any houses or flats that are near to big industrial buildings, they will empty first, and people die a lot quicker if they're right next to industrial buildings. So I'm going to have to be a bit more careful about where I place. I'm definitely not placing a power station right inside town next time. The power station's going to go a bit further out. I'll probably go up here somewhere, because over here is a really nice looking coal seam. In fact, there's a bit more down here, but that's massive. That's the biggest one I've seen, I think. So coal and a power station there, maybe a town down here somewhere, and just bus people up to the industries. But I'm keeping them out of town, but it's not that far away either. So we can get coal here, and if we go this way, here we've got a lovely iron seam, and there's even one really low down on the ground. So a couple of iron mines down here, and then expand a bit further up a bit later on, depending whether or not I can get a road anywhere near up there. I will be able to, but it'll be difficult. Our music's not too loud, is it? I thought I turned it down a little bit. Might just be my speakers a bit too loud. Yeah, so we've got coal one side of town, iron the other side. So steel mill in the middle somewhere. Buses going out. Now, apart from farming down here also, I noticed is we've got a nice run of oil just there. So there's 3, maybe even 4 oil rigs there. and they provide 7 tonne a day, so there's potentially up to 28 tonnes a day of oil there. Or even better than that, right here, there's a couple of places we can get oil from. Yeah, there's a couple of places we can get oil from right here. I'm pretty sure the oil rigs are not going to give out pollution, or maybe only a little bit, but we can have the refinery up here near the steel plant, and then that is low-hanging fruit. Really is low-hanging fruit. That definitely no prizes for guessing where we're going to start, because we can start exporting, we can start producing bitumen. I had a look at the prices, and like oil itself is 42 rubles a tonne to sell. Fuel is 117. Asphalt's not worth selling, it's only 33. But bitumen, where were you? There, 192 rubles a tonne. So that means if we've got a truck with 12 tonne of bitumen on it, that's going to be worth 2 grand. Bit of a trek, but you know, if we got one touching in every sort of few days or so, even if it's only, you know, one every say 3 or 4 days, like 2 a week, that'll be 4 grand a week. So an extra 16 grand a month to start off with. That'll be a nice income coming in, and that's only on like 2 a week getting there. So we can definitely up that once we build a decent road out there as well, and then get trains going out there eventually. It's going to cost a lot of money to get trains up here, but that has got 3 train platforms as well, so there's a lot of room to expand into over here, which I haven't looked into what's around there yet. I just like the look of this big cathedral town. Right, I'm just going to go and double check the audio level of this, because I've recorded the start of this twice already and the music was way too loud. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, that was still a bit loud, sorry about that. I hope that's a bit better. So yes, where were we up to? Yeah, so I'm just in 2 minds now whether or not to actually go and build a power plant first. Do the coal mines, we'll build a town up there, and I can move people from here. Or do I just build a block of flats somewhere and just start sticking people in it? I'm going to have to put it on play a little bit while I build some things. I think the first thing I need to do really is go and hook up the electric. We're going to need electric down here. Have you got an electric? Oh, you haven't. I thought you would have had, seeing as it's got 3 road connections, 3 train connections. Oh, what about you? Ah, there's electric, there we go. I don't want to build right across the lake. I'm going to have to build across the river somewhere. Maybe down there. That's alright, we're not going to hook up to this side, I don't think. So this is going to be a big expense to start off with. Yeah, let's have a look where we're going. Yeah, we need the electric. We can't do anything without electric. Coming down there. Let's stick it across here. I think we'll have a transformer up here somewhere. You know what I haven't done either is set me construction yard up. I'll go and do that in a second. Right, so before I do any more levelling, we need a construction yard somewhere. I don't think Fishergrad is going to be my construction town this time. I don't think there's enough room out here. Not with that oil there as well. A couple plan here over Archivekinoff, but that is pushing us in the wrong direction. I want to be up here because I need to be able to get up to this sort of area. I don't think it really matters where we put it at the moment, as long as it's going to be able to reach stuff. I was thinking about putting it over there, but I don't want things having to drive too far. We're going to be doing a heck of a lot of building down here, so I think maybe around here. I think this is a good place for having the construction area. Now I bet you're not built square to the wireframe, are you? No, you heck. It's going to make things a bit more complicated. Right. I am building to the wire though, even though it's going to be at a bit of an angle to the old town, but we're going to keep the old town there. Right, does that look straight to you? Just to me? Let's get a bit of road, using gravel roads to start with. Take it a bit further. I want petrol station, but I don't want it right next to the... I don't want it right opposite, I mean. Put it here next to it. Shouldn't be too much of a traffic jam there. Right, we've already paid for them. Okay, so we need electricity. Right, so I'm just going to pop a simple one in this side. Now we need one to connect to town. I'm probably going to need 2, 4. I'm going to need a few of them. Bloody hell. Right, there's oil going over here, so let's pop one in. Oh, no, I need to redo this. I'm going to squeak one in here. Right, and there's going to need to be one over this side. Can't see the road connection. Put one there. We'll put one about here. Out there. Right, so let's see what they can cover. It's not telling me. Let's get them built. Right, now let's see what they can cover. Right. They can cover everything apart from that one. That one can't cover that one. Right, this side of town's not covered. So we're going to have one round here somewhere. Just going to pop it here for now. It will get moved. Right, so let's get rid of the wireframe. Get you connected into there. Need some more connected round here. And these are definitely going to have to be moved at some point. Right, let's get this out as far to the river as we can. Right, yeah, there's definitely going to be some rewiring needed doing. And built. There we go. Right, everything should have power now. Yeah. Right, so now we need to start thinking. Before I do that, let's buy some bulldozers. And a couple of excavators. I'm only going with 2 at the moment. Or do I? I'm going to go with 4. Because they start going up in price after a while as well. Okay. We've got the flattening tools. So we can start levelling some of this out. I'm going to have to level quite a bit of this out, but I need to get rid of these people out of this area first, so... We're going to build a couple of blocks of flats. These take 75. How many do I need? Quite a few houses. We've only got 3. Some of these have got 10 in, I think. Might need a few of these. We'll pop some of these over this side of town here. I'll have to auto build them. Right, they're only temporary anyway. Let's get them built. Right. My next job now is to go and move everybody house by house into those blocks of flats. Which I'm going to go and do on pause because it's going to take me a while and it's just going to be me clicking and going quite a lot. Right, I'll be back in a second. I have made a really stupid mistake. I've imported people into these flats. Oh my god, I meant to go and turn that off. Oh, why do you start with this? Start with that. I don't want anybody in these flats actually. Oh, you plonker. Right, so I've just added more people to the town than was already here. And I've paid for them. How much have I paid for them? Immigrant invitations. 62 grand. What a div. Right. No citizens, please. I don't want anybody in them. I want them empty. I don't want them here either because we're going to go and build down here. I have to stick a few more over here. Oh, these are going to be too far out of town. Man, I've just emptied them buildings there. Wait, let's get rid of them. Right, it's going to be a housing estate. Come on. I don't want to run it on too far because people are going to start to get disgruntled. Right, let's get some more residential. Let's get them in a line with these ones. Right, so we've got 3 empty ones. I've spent nearly £500,000 already. £500,000 rubles already. Right, now I'm going to go and empty all those little houses. Right, I'll be back shortly. And in 3, 2, 1. Say goodbye to your glorious little houses, people. You now live in big blocks of flats. Right, let's pause it again. I need to go and bulldoze loads of stuff now. Let me... Music's a bit loud. Right, I've got to go and bulldoze lots of streets and things now. This isn't too bad over here. I'm a bit worried about taking out that... Didn't want to take that out. I'm going to have to use the footpath tool. Oh no, in fact I'm going to leave most of them footpaths in there. It's these bits I need to get rid of. Oops. Bulldozer's brutal. I'm just taking out cables galore there. It cost a bit more money. Right. Let's get rid of that road. Oops, a bit more than I wanted to do. I'll try to click that path. Right, so the next job is to start planning the town out a little bit. Definitely going to need schools and stuff up here, shops and things around this side, and then thinking a big town centre around here with a train station in it. Get some bus stops around the town as well. This is where the oil's going to go. Yeah, let me just pause for a second. Right, that's a bit more of that planned out. I'm just thinking, has this got an electrical connection? I didn't hook that up, did I? Let's get a bit more wire out here. I could be using splitters. Let's get that built. Because them trucks are going to need fuel. They're going to want fuel. Right, so we've got a bit more of the bit more room to play with. I still need to go and level this hill out here. Oh, it takes so long, it's painful. So I want to bring this, it's quite a big hill here, I'm going to have to bring this all right down. That's going to take ages to do that. Next job is going to be sort of laying some streets and starting planning things out a little bit. So I'm going to get some shops, some supermarkets, a cinema and train station, things like that in. I think I'm going to do it on a speed build because I'm going to be here for quite some time, just placing the normal bits before I even start getting onto the industry and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to jump into a speed build. Alright, I'll be back shortly. Right, well, I don't want to actually do any more on the speed build. I built quite a lot there. So we've got a big shopping centre. Doesn't reach a great deal of town at the moment, but I have put in some other shopping centres which I've got a reasonable reach. I think pretty much covered for food. Yeah, you can get to a shopping centre. You can actually get 2 of them. Yeah, I think everybody can get food. Oops, oi, behave. Sorry. I think everybody can get food and clothes and things like that. There's a few sports grounds around. I've put 3 sets of schools and kindergartens in. Now there's something with the schools. I've altered them a little bit. So now they take 10 staff and 10 teachers, and each teacher can teach 20 students. The normal game settings were different, and the teachers could only teach 12, and it's causing a major problem with the education. I've also altered the universities a little bit, but I'll explain a little bit more about that later. I'll just notice that's got no footpaths. I've spent an absolute fortune already. I haven't done them bits. These bits need paying for. Oh dear. Yeah, so I've spent nearly $1.5 million already. And I haven't even got any industry on the go yet. I have put some oil pumps down here. I decided to stop at the speed build because I'm going to build the refinery and stuff, but I'm going to do that normally. I'm not going to do that on a speed build. And I'll get the construction yard up and running. So then I'm going to save a bit of money. Yeah, I'm absolutely shattered. I'm tired after all of that. That was a lot of work. And we're nowhere near getting started yet. The money's going down and down and down and down. That's because of the electricity. We're importing it. I've still got to build an electricity plant. Oh my god. There's so much to do. Have I overstretched with this one? Possibly. I don't know if this was enough money to do an entire city rebuild. We've got the workers here though, so once we get production up and running, we should be able to get into profit pretty quickly. I'm definitely going to get some industries on the go on the next episode. I just wanted to make sure everybody had the amenities they needed. So I'm still not sure everybody has, but at least we've got the majority of town covered. I definitely need some more sports facilities. I've left some room for some car parks as well. We're going to need some of them in here. Right, I'm going to call it the end of the episode. Not a bad start. A pretty good start actually, even though I spent a fortune. So I've got like, what, 3.5 episodes worth of money at this rate. I definitely want to get into double figures, even though 10 was the last one. Right, yeah, that's it. I've had enough. Good night everybody. I'll see you really soon for another one. Bye.